So for those who are joining us on the live stream, welcome. We're doing a little experiment here. And I'm going to try and teach Bubble, which is a no-code web app, to these 3 volunteers. So thank you guys for joining me.
Pleasure.
And before we jump into the software, I'm going to just show you some examples of what people build with this, so you can get an idea of like what it's for, right? So I'm going to share my screen. Share screen. Here we go. So there's this nice showcase section that Bubble has on its website where you can see what people build with it. And when we go into it, you'll see that it's sort of like a drag and drop builder. It's like other drag and drop tools that you might know, like also like sort of website makers like Wix or Squarespace. It's kind of similar to that, but it's just a lot more powerful. So there's a lot of examples that they have here. And just to look at one of them, for example, this is some like a tracking page where you can track your finances. And we can't go into it because we don't, I don't have an account for this, but as you can see, it looks like this. It's sort of like a complicated web app. It has, a lot of different information for each user. And in this case, it's dealing with financial information. So it's quite sensitive, and you can do this kind of thing on Bubble. Just another example is this, which I don't know exactly what this is. I guess it's to find remote workers. And I imagine they also have they have a dashboard like this, which is internal. When you log in, you have access to this tool, and all of that, the whole thing, the front of the website as well as the app inside is built on Bubble, which is also like one of the features that makes Bubble kind of quite useful. Is like you can build the front end of the website and the app that people actually use with the same tool. Here's another example. This is Resident Street. It's a place where you can find an apartment to rent. It looks kind of like Airbnb has that style, and this is also built like entirely in Bubble. So you can do quite sophisticated things with it, including, as you can see, this like fancy like kind of scrolling thing and the map, which works flawlessly. But I have to say that this is like quite an advanced thing, so we will not be doing anything like this today. But just to show you what's possible. Another one here is a carpooling website where you can see carpool options. You can offer them, and quite a complicated app as well. And the last one here is just like a hacker house website, and you can see different hacker houses that people list on here. So this whole like I'm showing these ones as well because there are things that you can't do with traditional like tools like Wix or Squarespace, although those tools over time also get more powerful, and it's possible that something like this you might even be able to do with Wix. But over time, like the more complicated, the more dynamic information you want to display on your website, like the more you end up having to program it yourself when you use those kind of website maker tools. Whereas with Bubble, you can still do it all without coding. So let's jump into Bubble. So if you've gone to bubble.io, you can go and create an account if you haven't done that already. Let me know when you all have an account.
Yep, I'm in it.
Cool.
Yeah, I have an account.
Okay.
Yes, me too. But I'm like in a tour. There's like a presentation tour in the.
Yeah. So, can you actually just share your screen, Matthias? Because I don't remember exactly what it looks like when you first log in.
Yes. Okay. So how do I do? It's written that I can't share because you disabled it.
Then let me enable that for you.
Thanks.
Okay, so you should be able to share now.
Okay. Yes. Can you see it?
Yes, I
Yeah.
can.
Okay.
Okay, so is this the same page that you all are seeing as well?
Yes.
Okay, so I think let's. This is kind of where I wanted to go anyway. So let's go continue from here. So this is the first lesson, I believe. So if I press start lesson on mine, I should see the same thing. So we're gonna follow this, and it's probably good if you share your screen, because then I will not go too fast. So you can go ahead and keep following the instructions. So on the left there, you need to click the button where the arrow is pointing.
Yes. Okay. Here.
So yeah, so what we're doing is we're creating this like little map application, right? So first we need like, the very basics is having this field here where you can type the address and the save button. And once you've got that, so let's just pause here for a second. Then we can actually start doing the thing where something like magical happens. So
Okay.
when we press the start edit workflow button. Are you at this point, Jenny and Andrew?
I don't have. I think I selected a shape instead of a button, but
That's possible. You can just try deleting what you've got and going back to the button on the left.
yeah. So, button. Okay. Yep, I've got the button now. And do we just type something under edit me?
Exactly. You can just write save.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then now once you've got the address box and the save button, then you should be able to go to the save button and press the start edit workflow button, which will take you to the workflow page. So you can do that now, Matthias.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say?
Yeah, you can click on that start edit workflow button.
Okay, perfect.
Just to confirm again, Jenny and Andrew, you're seeing the same page here as well?
Yes.
Actually, I'm still loading. I cut out for like a minute there.
Okay.
So yeah, there's something wrong with my Wi-Fi.
Okay. No
So
worries. Do you want to share your screen quickly and we'll get you caught up?
Okay. Well, I'm on 2 devices, so
okay.
so on this screen I can't show you much, although I logged in both because it's mobile. And on the other screen is touch screen, but it's really slow.
Yep.
Yeah. Let me try and switch next. But I actually am on the welcome screen now, so I should save. Yeah.
Not sure what you mean by that.
No, because I only heard a little bit of what you said earlier.
What we're doing is we're following the tutorial. So there's a little welcome tutorial, and it asks you first to create a little box where you can type the address, and then it asks you to create a button which says save on it. So once you've got to that point, then you can click on the save button and then press start edit workflow.
Okay, start next. Maybe doing it on touch screen. I don't have my computer with me today.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard on a touch screen.
It's just, it doesn't like me. So workflow. Sorry.
You need to be on the. So let me see if I can share my screen again so you can see what.
Yep.
Actually, Matthias, can you go back to the design tab on the left? So if you look at this, Andrew, this is what it should look like.
Yep.
So Matthias, can you drag that box down a little bit?
This you mean? Sorry, this.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So this type an address, that's a field input, which you can see on the left here under input forms, and then it says input. So you can drag that into the space, or you can just click on it and use the mouse to create a thing. But if you're on a touch screen, probably it's easier to drag.
Yeah.
And then
yeah, so I touched index, but I can't drag anything actually.
Okay. You might be able to still do it by clicking. So if you tap on the input on the left in the menu, and then tap on in the central space and see if you can tap and drag to create an input, or just tap.
Nothing is dragging. Maybe
Okay.
also, yeah, it might be the device I'm using because it's Chromebook.
It's possible. It should work because it runs fine in Chrome, but you probably do need a mouse to do some of the.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll try and hook up my mouse, which I've never done on this.
But you can see the tutorial, right? So
yeah, I'll just switch back to that. Yeah.
So maybe we'll continue with Matthias and Jenny, and you can see if you can catch up with the tutorial once you've attached your mouse. Okay, so Matthias, you can click back to workflow. And then, so yes, you press on the click here to add an action. And then what we're going to do is data things, create a new thing. So whenever you want to save something, something new in Bubble, you create a new thing. If you want to edit something that already exists, then
sorry. How do you? I've clicked here. I've clicked here to add an action.
Yeah.
But I can't see create a new thing.
So there's a list of things, and one of the options is things.
Data things. Okay. Yep.
Exactly.
I can see it now. Yeah. Okay.
So underneath that, data things, create a new thing. And then you create a new type called location.
Where do I go?
So there should be this little like dark gray pop-up. And here on next to type, there's a little field where you can create a new type. You click on that and then you write location.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Oh wow, it's crazy.
And then
you press set another field.
Yeah.
And then you click that little red encircle thing, create a new field.
Yeah.
And then you name that field address. And then on the field type, you choose a geographic address.
This is actually crazy. I mean, I know how to code in HTML, CSS, JavaScript. This is like everything. You just don't need to code anymore.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
It says this field is a list, bracket multiple entries. Do we tick that box?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. Nothing new appeared after I clicked that.
So you don't have the tutorial anymore with the little arrows?
I clicked a. I click address. There's like address already created.
Yeah.
But nothing appears on the workflow after step 1.
That's fine. So you'll need to create the next step if you've done the first step if that's complete with the address field.
Yeah.
Then in the second step you can press again, click here to add a new step.
Well, how do I say click here to add a new step? I say click here to add an action.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I mean. Click here to add an action.
Yeah, and then what do I do? Data things.
Yeah. Now I can't actually see. So Matthias, could you go actually back to workflow just for a sec?
Oh yes.
And can you click on step 2 here?
Yes. Oh, actually I can't. But
so,
yeah, you just have to go down and to basically when you put the data, it will reset what is written in the box.
Can you just maybe try clicking hide arrow here?
Yes, here. Oops. Yeah. Sorry, you want me to click where?
Just go back to the workflow, actually.
Okay.
But you can't click on any of
No,
these
it
things, right?
doesn't allow me.
Can you click here to add an action? The third, like next to step 1 and step 2.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, here.
So can you see that, Jenny?
Oh.
So you go down
Yeah,
to, it wasn't data things, right? So
Yes, data.
it's again under data things. And then here
Yeah.
you go
Create a
to,
new, I know.
oh no, she already did that. Where's the reset? Is that element actions, I believe. Yeah, so if you go to element
Yes,
action and then you see
reset.
input, reset inputs.
Reset input. Okay.
That's
Yep,
the second
and
step.
then
So that's all. So then this workflow is done. So we create the location based on what's been put into the field, and then we reset the input so it becomes empty again. So then you can go back to the design tab.
Yeah.
And here we're now creating a map. So on the left-hand side, we select map from the UI builder.
Map.
And then you drag a map underneath the address and save field.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
And then, so do you still see the little like white pop-up boxes which give the instructions, Jenny?
Yes.
Okay, so what does it say for you? Because now I don't know what step you're on. Because Matthias, can you slow down for a second? Just
Oh,
so
sorry.
I can catch up.
Yes, sorry, I stopped.
It actually tells me to build the input form, but I've already.
You've already done that, yeah. So probably didn't realize when you were doing that.
So yeah, I've created a map. There's a gray pop-up with many fields for me to select. There's
Exactly.
a map. Like yeah, that's it.
So you want to, Matthias, can you drag your map A box up so we can see all what's in there? The dark gray box.
Oh, sorry. This?
Yeah, exactly. So it should just have the same entries here as what Matthias has. So number of markers list, I think that might be different. And the data source is do a search for, and when you click that, a new pop-up will come up where it will tell you.
Data source is click, do a search for.
Yes.
How about type of marker is location? Okay. And address row, address, no, row map, normal. Okay, yeah.
Cool. So then when that pop-up comes, search for locations, then you press that. The type of data is locations, obviously.
Yep, okay.
And then can you click on that again?
Close.
I think that's, yeah, then you can click close. And what else? I think there is map style. I think you just changed it to Apple Maps, but that's not really that important. The important part is basically done. I think it should work. You've selected allow zooming and dragging. And yeah, so you can, both of you can click on preview and see whether that works or not. That's the best way to test.
Where's the preview button?
Top right.
Oh, I don't think I've got. Oh, okay. Yeah. Nothing. Oh, yep, sorry. It's loading slowly.
Yes.
Okay, yep.
Oh, nice.
So now you can try testing it by typing the address in and clicking save, and it should put that address on a pin on the map.
Yeah, cool.
I click on save. It is in the preview mode, but no, there's no
Nothing
response.
appears. Yeah. So we probably did something slightly wrong with your one. So can you because you're on your phone, maybe the best way to do this probably is if you hold your phone and point it at the screen and reverse the camera and show me what you can see, so that way we can debug.
Yeah, that's fine.
You want me to stop screen sharing? You can see.
Yeah, please stop screen sharing.
And you see the, yeah.
Yes, we can see. So
that,
what you want to do now, so when you type an address and click save, nothing happens, right?
yeah, so I type in like Auckland and then I click save.
Yeah, it should also be auto-filling, so there's something else.
And then it says like debugger, run slow, run next.
Yeah, okay, so go back to the page where you were, I think the previous tab where you were editing the app.
Okay, yeah, here.
And can you just delete that gray box that's there? Just click on and the light gray box that's sitting there in the background. Yeah, just you can just delete. Yeah, and now press on the input field here where you type the address. I'm just going to check what the name of that is. So just click it, double click it if you can.
I'll double click.
Okay, so we can see input type, an address, smiley face. Okay, so this is the name of it. So later on when we look in the workflow, we can see that name. Now go to the save button that you've created.
Yeah.
And double click on that as well. And let's click on start edit workflow here again.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we just checked whether or not this is connected to the workflow. So it is, because it allows you to edit this existing workflow that you created. So click on the create location, create a new location, step 1. And just move that out of the way. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what we want here is we wanted actually to put the input field into the address. So where it says click, you need to click on that, and we're going to tell it where to get that data from. So here you use input type and address, exactly, and we're going to use the value. Yes. Perfect. So yeah. So this is the thing that was missing.
Okay.
And so if you go back to the design page.
Design page, yep.
And oh yeah, what's missing is the autocomplete dropdown. This is why it had you stuck at this stage. We skipped that part out. So Matthias did that.
How do I
quickly? So autocomplete dropdown. Oh yeah, so you need to click on the on the left under when you look at the input forms.
Yeah.
So scroll down a bit. Yeah, I guess it's that search box. Is that what it is? Yeah. So we actually used the wrong input form. That's also part of the issue, that because this allowed you to autocomplete. So
that was a wrong input form?
Yeah. So delete that one. Just delete it. You can just press the delete button on your keyboard as well when you have it selected.
Okay, and then do
just
this
put the
one.
other one, yeah, exactly where it was. And then you can change start typing to type an address. And under choice style, you select geographic address, geographic places.
Choice style, geographic place. Okay, yeah.
And then now when we go, you need to go back to the workflow page on the left.
Yeah.
And now, yes, now that's red because it's been deleted. So now you need to select the new one, which is the input address, exactly.
Address.
and that the rest is fine. So it already took the value of that. So now you
hold
should.
on. Okay, so just that.
Yeah, now you should be able to click the preview button and it should work. So let's see if that worked.
Okay. That looks better. Oh God. And then, okay, when I click save, these things pops up.
Just select the run option. I think it's just because your debugger is set to like interrupt every time you do something. So it has selected Auckland here. So if you type a second address, maybe something in Auckland, or maybe like, I don't know, a suburb.
Yeah.
And when you press save, now it should have both of these on the map next to each other. It's not doing that. So I know why, actually. So if you go back to the edit page, go back to the design tab, and select the map. And where's the dark gray pop up? You may have to double click it. Yeah. So let's see. You have the number of markers set as list, type of markers. Yeah, I think the data source is, can you click on the data source? So location, this should give you all the locations. Go back to the type of marker. Oh, yeah, I guess it should be a geographic address.
I have location.
Oh, you have location as well?
Yes.
Let's see.
And yeah, then search for location, type location.
This is the data source, right?
The data source, yes.
Search for location. Can I click on that again? Is there anything else there in this box except for location? There's no constraints, right? So
no, there is no constraint.
What else is here? Show title window, no map.
Address field, address, right? This is, I don't know if it's done.
Yeah.
And yeah, map style, have to change for Apple map style.
Yeah, this shouldn't be making the difference, but you can try it.
What style?
It's called Apple Map style.
I don't have that choice. It only has row map, hybrid,
it's the next field. So this is map type.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
Okay. I can see if that makes any difference. Yep.
What else is there? Allow zooming and dragging. You didn't change anything else about this, right? So
no.
I'm not sure. I mean, that shouldn't be the thing that makes a difference, but let's try it again.
Okay.
It doesn't work. Okay.
No.
So it was that for some reason.
Congratulations.
Maybe it just slowed.
Okay. Andrew, how did you go? Did you manage to catch up?
I managed to draw a map. Sorry, I'm going to have to switch off in a second because my lunch arrived. But yeah, I built a map, but I haven't gotten any further than that. So yeah, just a few visual elements. I can try and show you, but it's not much. So maybe I'll just listen in and I'll see if I can catch up another time. Might be easier because I'm going to be making a lot of noise.
We're anyway sort of like running into the end here. Matthias, you want to show your screen again and show us if there's something else at the end of this tutorial?
Yes. Okay.
I think that was actually it for that tutorial. But
yeah, so basically it says like go to the next lesson, or I'm good for now.
So yeah, hit go to the next lesson. Let's take a look, because this is this first lesson is really just to show like what's kind of possible with it, that you can very easily, like within a couple of minutes, create a map where people can input addresses and they show up as markers. That's something that you definitely can't do with WordPress or Wix or a Squarespace. So it kind of shows a little bit the power of Bubble. But the next lessons are going to go in a little bit more detail into some of the like concepts that make Bubble work. So yeah, you can hit go next lesson. And I don't know if Jenny, if you could see that because it didn't
see that.
Yeah, because it didn't realize that you were ahead. So I'm not sure if there's a way to like skip the lesson. There might be. It's actually a little bit weird because oh yeah, I know where. So if you click on the bubble icon on the top left, you'll exit the lesson and go back to the home screen. And then on the top right, you should see a button that says Academy.
Yes, yeah, I can see that.
And if you click on that, you should be able to see the lessons. And the one we're going to do now is called Saving Data.
Saving data. Okay. Yep.
Is that the one we're doing actually? That's weird.
Yeah, it's loading now.
Hold on, no, this is the one we just did.
Okay.
Give me a sec. So, I guess it's the next one, building a sign-up system. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, exactly, building a sign-up system.
All right, so I'll go back to the Bubble homepage and then going to building a sign-up system. Okay.
Exactly. So I'm just going to share my screen again so that anybody following along should be able to see what I'm doing as well. So, so this is the home screen of Bubble, and here on the top right, there's the Academy button, and you all can see my screen, right? Yeah. And then here is the start building a sign-up system start lesson, and we're going to click on here. So, so yeah, we're just going to follow this this tutorial. So you can just hit on start, or let's read this actually. So having users is a core need of many apps. For this Bubble list, we're going to build an app where users can sign in, log in, and log out, what you need for any app with account features. Every Bubble app can sign up user accounts, so this is a useful feature to understand. So this is really quite a useful feature of Bubble, and it's a little bit more complicated than what we just did, but not that much. So yeah, so let's press start and see where it takes us. So building the sign up form, we're going to start by drawing some inputs. So to let the user type the email address and password. Continue. So here we go. We're going to pull this time we're actually going to use the input form and drag it in. You saw me, I drag it in. It asks in the tutorial to actually like click on it and then create one. But yeah, so then you click on it and hit where it says placeholder, you change it to email. And then we're going to do the same thing for the password input. So we're going to select input again. We're going to draw a second box. We're going to change the placeholder text to password. And then we're going to add buttons that let the user sign up and log in. So
now click. I've done 2 input, but then it's just one box called email, one box called password.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it may, if you write something else in the input, it may not recognize that you've done it. But if you did those 2 boxes, it should have a box that says, now let's create the buttons, and you can press continue.
I did type in just email and password.
Okay.
So there's 2 boxes.
What is the tutorial telling you to do now?
Now click on input to draw it on the page.
Yeah. So the thing is that this is a mistake I also made. So you can click and drag the input boxes, but if you do that, it gets confused. So what it asks you to do is click the input button and then use this like crosshairs to drag the input box on the page.
Okay. I think I know. So now it asks me to type in the password.
Yep.
Okay, continue. Let's now add 2 buttons. Okay.
Cool. Perfect. So now we're at the same stage again. So building the sign up form. Yep. So we click on the button, and then we draw the button underneath the inputs, and we're going to call the first one sign up. And then we're going to do the same thing for the login button. So we click on that. We position it here. And then we give it a name called login. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then we click the sign up button again, and to start the workflow. And then we click start edit workflow. And then we're back to the workflow page. So here we are going to, again, click here to add an action. And the action here is actually predefined, right? So account sign the user up, it already exists. So we just select the sign the user up step. And then it says here, to make this work, we have to define where the email and password are coming from. So we do this in the actions property editor. So sign the user up has these fields predetermined, email and password. And where it says click, you need to go and select, and then go to input email as value. Oh, need to press continue first. And then click and input passwords value. And when we have that, then it knows to save this user with that email address and this password.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, continue. And now we're going to create another workflow, which we can just click the big box, click here to add an event. And then under, let's create a new event when the user clicks on the login button. Click on the new event placeholder and select an element is clicked. So we go to elements, and then an element is clicked. And then on the right, we define the element in the dark gray box as the login button. And now we go and create the first action for this workflow. Do you have an issue, Matthias?
No. I'm just really amazed by by the platform.
Okay. Cool.
It's not so visual, but I see how it works.
Here we press on log the user in. And then again, we need to select the email and the password in order to let it know where this data is coming from.
It's already pre-populated.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. If you press the continue, it says, let's do that. We'll do it for you. And then we're going to go back to the design page. Let's draw a group on the right side of the screen. So now we're gonna create this group to display the user's email address. So we're going to go under containers and then group. And we're going to draw a group here on the right side of the screen. And then into the group, we're going to put a text field. So we're going to select the text button. And then inside the group field, which will turn red when we are inside it, we're going to drag this text.
Sorry, I have got, after I click group, there's a gray box. It then asks me to select type of content, and
you can leave that all blank. Just leave it as it is and select the text.
So, sorry, how do I get text?
So on the left in the UI builder, under visual elements.
Yeah.
So you press that text and then you drag it inside the group. So the group will turn red, the borders of the group, so you know.
Okay.
And then you can now insert the dynamic data. Is the tutorial still showing you the right steps?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now now instead of typing something in here, we're going to press this blue button that says insert dynamic data.
Yeah.
And here we want to display something about the current user. So we're going to select current user and we want to show the email address. So I'm going to press current user's email address. So when the user's logged in now, it will show their email there so they can know that they're logged in or something. And let's add so now we're going to add the logout button. So we're going to again press a button, draw the button here, call the button logout. Oh,
does it have to be inside or outside of the group box?
yeah, inside the group. That way,
Okay.
I think the point is that then we're only going to show that group when the user is logged in, so they can't log out when they're not logged in. So
Okay.
log out. And now we're going to start a workflow from the logout button. Okay.
Yeah.
So we press the start edit workflow. We get it automatically created here. The when button logout is clicked, click here to add an action, account, log the user out. Good. So exactly. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to hide that field, the group, when the user is logged out. So we're going to create a new event, and we're going to use the general now events thing, which is rather than when an element is clicked, we're going to use general. The user is logged in, which means whenever the user is logged in, something happens. And then we click here to add an action, and we use the element actions show, and then it'll ask us which elements we want to show, and we show the group logged in. And now when we press continue, we're going to do exactly the same thing, but for when the user is logged out, and they do that for you. So when the user is logged out, we hide the element. So it's actually just the reverse. So just maybe want to check that that worked as expected. So user is logged out, step 1, hide group logged in user element, group logged in. Okay.
I've got 3 buttons created. It says when button logins click, when button logouts click, and then when button sign up is click.
And now
Is
we've got
correct?
That's correct, yes. And then we have these other 2 events now, which are when the user is logged in and when user is logged out.
Yes, yeah, on the left-hand side.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Then everything's good. So now we can hit preview, and we should be able to see this working.
Okay.
So I'm gonna type my email address in here and see if it works. Sign up. And yes, it worked. I'm signed up, and I'm even gonna add that.
Then it says please enter a password.
Yep, just enter any password you want. It can be test or something. And I'm just gonna copy what my password is because I typed a little bit fast. Test E. And then it should show your email address and the logout button on the right when that works. And when you press logout, the box should disappear, and the input on the left should stay. So I could leave it like that and press login, and it works. And if I type in something else, like if I type in the wrong password and press login, oops, first I need to be logged out. But no, it still works. It says, sorry, that's not the right password. So we've created a login, logout system for our app, a user management system.
I have entered the email address and I type in the password, and then I click login.
Yep, that shouldn't work, right? Because you haven't got an account yet.
Yeah, then I click sign up.
Yep.
Then it works. Yep. Then the email address appear on the right-hand side. Perfect. On top of the logout box.
Yep.
But if I click logout, the email address disappear, but the logout box still stay.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so can you check that the logout box is inside the? So actually, I'll show you how to test this. So when you go back to the design page, and you in the UI builder, the first thing it says is elements tree. You can just click that, and it'll show you all the things that you have on your page. I don't know if you can see my screen.
So where do I? No, I can't. Sorry. Where do I'm going back. I'm back in the design page.
Yep. And then it says UI Builder on the top left, and underneath that immediately it says Elements Tree. And if you click that, it'll like open up and it'll show you all the elements.
Sorry,
you
I
have.
can't see where the element tree is. I've got design and workflow.
Right. So right to the right of UI design, it says UI Builder.
Oh yeah, UI builder and element tree. Okay.
Yeah. And if you click on the element tree, so the little arrows pointing downwards rather than to the right, it like opens up, and there you can see all the elements you have on your page.
If I click on element tree, it says only show hidables.
Yep. And underneath that, it'll say group logged in, input email, input password. It'll have like all the list of things you have on your page.
No, not quite.
Interesting.
Let me, sorry, I don't know if I'm showing anything. Can you see the screen?
Hold on, I need to make you a little bit bigger.
Maybe I'm not sure. Am I sharing my screen in any way?
No, I'm still seeing your face, but if you turn the camera around.
Is it better? I click on it quite a few times already. Is
okay,
it seeing
now I
the
can see your
screen?
screen. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
I click on element tree,
yeah.
and then nothing other than only show hidable pops up.
Yeah, this is weird. So it seems like your app just disappeared. Where's your? Hold on.
I'm having an issue too. Different one.
So can you show me what's on the right of the screen? Just show me a little bit right. Okay, so you just zoom in where you have all the elements here. So they're all, you have all the elements, and it looks like they're on your page. Can you just select the background of the page? It has like a faint border around it. Yeah, just click on that once. I think you kind of already have clicked on it. So on the top, it should say on the top left, at the very top left next to the B icon, it should say page index.
Page what, sorry?
Page index.
Yeah, okay.
And then next to that, what does it say?
Index, reset PW.
Oh yes, that's cool. So you've got all those pages. So so that's the first box. And then to the right of that box, there's another box that says index, actually.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
okay.
Just if you go up a little bit. So now to the right of that, don't go down, just go up with your mouse, just a little bit more up. Yeah, here it says index again. So here, this is like the list of all the elements on your page. And I don't know why they don't show in your elements tree. Oh, I know why. Okay, you need to uncheck on your element tree. It says only show hideable. You need to uncheck that box. Okay, now you can see the elements on your page. This is what I was trying to show you.
Yeah.
So when you, next to the group logged in, there's a little plus icon. And if you click on that plus icon, you can see which elements are inside that group. And it should say button logout, and it should say text current user's email. Yeah. So this is correct. So it should hide that logout button because it's part of that group if the workflow is done correctly. So let's go back to the workflow. And in the workflow, under button logout is clicked.
Mm-hmm.
When button logout is clicked, no, sorry, that one it should be correct. When the user is logged out, where is that one? Should be the second one, I guess. Yeah, and now click on the step 1, log the user out.
Where is that?
Just to the, like in that panel that popped out underneath the big gray box, there's a little light gray box where it says step 1, log the user out, and then an arrow, click here to add next.
Hide an element. Oh, okay. Sorry, so it
sorry,
says when
yeah.
you say
I was in the wrong one. Yeah, so it says step 1, hide group. It says hide an element. So click on that. So this is actually the place where it's a mistake. So here on element, exactly, you want to select an element which is called group logged in.
Okay. Yeah.
That was the only thing that was missing. So if you can close that and you can press on preview again and it should work now.
Okay. All right. Yep. That's now I can just sort of type in.
Okay.
And sign up. Enter a password. So I enter a password. Oops. And sign up again. Then this email address appear on the right.
Yep.
Then if I click log out. Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, this is
Perfect.
all gone, but the other is still staying there.
Yep. We can make that hide
Yeah,
as well. The same we did with the address by like resetting the inputs. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
Matthias, did you have an issue?
Well, yes. I just don't like when. What's this? I don't know how to relieve this. No. Okay. So yes, the thing is that the group appears from the beginning. I don't know why. It should not appear, right?
Yes. So check in your workflows that the when user is logged in and when user is logged out workflows are correct.
So when logout is clicked, I hide the group.
Yep. No, oh no, no, actually this is, I guess this is a mistake. When the button log out is clicked, we're not hiding the group, we're just logging the user out. There's a different workflow, which is when the user is logged out.
Yes, okay. 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 That's the thing. Okay, so when logout is clicked, yes.
We're just logging the user out. There's only one step there on when the logout button is clicked.
Yes, okay.
And when the user is logged out, then we hide the group logged in.
Okay, I see.
Okay. Okay, I think we'll wrap it up there. We went a little bit over, but I hope like that showed you a little bit of what's possible with Bubble. It's like the basic, really, really basic intro. As I mentioned, I'm like preparing a workshop and trying to see like how much can we show in 30 minutes because it's obviously not a lot. But we want to just give people a taste, kind of like what we just did today. So
yeah, it's been quite useful. Thanks for that.
Cool, welcome. Yeah, I think unless either of you have any questions, I think we'll wrap it up there.
Cool. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes, so it was really nice. So you're preparing basically a course for Bubble, right?
Yeah, I'm teaching it as part of an element for a new master's program.
Okay.
They just want to teach people like a bunch of different digital things. And I said, let's teach them Bubble. And they were like, we only have 30 minutes. And I was like, okay, we'll see what we can do in 30 minutes. So yeah, that's what I'm preparing.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe suggesting that maybe having like everything on one device would be useful. Because,
yeah, this is really good feedback because I think we'll do it in person then, but we also need to make sure that people like have a laptop that can run this. So it's like better not to have a tablet maybe. Yeah, it's good feedback. Okay, well, thank you to both of you and to Andrew if he's still here for joining, and yeah, see you around.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, Josh.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.